Hey guys, it's Tyrone here with GameSpot and my fellow colleague Dan Hines. We are here at E3 2015, and Dan, you just saw a game that I've been waiting for a long time.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I didn't just see it, I played it.
You played it. Okay.
So I'm one of those rare people that loved the first Mirror's Edge. Flaws and all.
I'm right there with you.
I know it has problems, but I played the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So believe me when I tell you, this game is amazing. Catalyst fixes so much of what was wrong with the original Mirror's Edge.
And that's where I want to start. It's been almost 7 years since the first one. So run me through what has been updated. How does the gameplay feel? What did they fix?
So the biggest problem with the first game was combat.
Yep.
You're constantly getting shot at. You're getting frustrated because you don't know where to go. So the major change for this one is that if you are moving at speed, bullets will never hit you.
Okay.
So you're encouraged to maintain your momentum. And when you are moving at speed, you've got two attacks. One is called a flow attack. If you do this, it takes the guy down, but you maintain your momentum and you keep going.
Okay.
The other one's called a transference attack, and that transfers your momentum to them. So it's about like kicking them off a building or pushing them into another guy.
And you just kind of keep flowing, like you just keep moving
flowing.
forward,
you
right?
go like bang, down, and you keep moving.
So I hear a lot now that this is more of like an open world glass city than before. And did you get to experience any of that while you were playing the game?
So they are purposefully not saying open world. And I asked them specifically about this because they're like, oh, we think of it as more of a free roaming adventure.
Okay.
And they're going to talk about structure later in the year.
Okay.
But what I think it means is it's not a big open world. It's going to be like sections of an open world that you run around in. But I did get to run around a free roaming section, and it did feel free roaming.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do in the first game was the time trials and stuff with friends. I loved actually going up on my friends list and just seeing like, okay, how fast was their time? There is still one to this very day that I'm trying to beat. And I'm curious, did you get a chance to talk to any developers if they're going to have that again for Catalyst?
So there are actually time trials just in the open world.
Just
so
there.
in the free roaming section, you can go and start a time trial from a certain point in the city, and then you run to the other end.
Okay.
You still have the runner vision, so items in the environment turn red.
Red, yeah.
But what happens is you can set a waypoint on the map, and it will dynamically generate runner vision to that waypoint through the map as well.
Really cool. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was a story. They're not really calling this a reboot. This is more like an origin story.
Yeah,
correct?
they're saying origin story quite specifically.
So did you learn any details on like where Faith is from, how she became a runner, her clan or friends, etc.?
You start out in some kind of a detention facility, but beyond that, they didn't really talk about it. What I did see a lot more of was kind of the mood and tone of the game. It's much more futuristic and much more cyberpunk.
Yeah.
You actually have like an artificial implant in your eye that comes up with a heads-up display. Right, and it's a pretty ugly heads-up display, but I asked them about that as well, and they said
so it's like HoloLens.
It's like HoloLens.
Good.
It actually says augmented reality in the
You heard it here first. HoloLens on Faith.
But look, it doesn't appear all that often, and they've actually tied the runner vision into the fiction through that. The runner vision is part of the like augmented reality.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Well, I guess it looks like February is the 23rd. 2016 can't come soon enough. Obviously, for all information on Mirror's Edge Catalyst and the rest of news coming out of E3 2015, keep it locked here at GameSpot.com.